Right, okay, so I ran out of time, and I will be cooking, I will be editing it later, but anyway, so this is what my pot looks like at the moment. I have added some extra Jamaican seasoning. Love you. And I'm just turning the heat up again. I had to turn the heat down obviously because I kind of lost you guys. So I'm putting in my black pepper. I kind of grind, use old label jars and stuff like that because it was a bit salty. So I'm just putting some black pepper just to even it out. And yeah, I kind of I lost my train of thought because my husband kissed me, and now I'm just thinking of him in my head. But so yeah, I was just basically saying, where is it? Is it on the counter? I think it's there. Did you look there?
Yep.
Okay. So I put some black pepper in because it just kind of evens out the salty flavor. Like I said, I don't have everything I normally cook with because, I'm not going to say it again, I've mentioned it twice. I've got here, as you can see, quick cook Mediterranean vegetables for £1.50 from Iceland. I was going to put in my fresh carrots, but I'm not going to do that because my mint is literally done. And I just put in my Mediterranean vegetables, put in the whole pack. I put it in last, and the reason I put it in last is because it's got all these lovely big tomatoes, and see tomatoes like this, chunks. Oh, chunks. I'm not sure if you're gonna see this anyway, but chunks and all these gorgeous. It's got really nice stuff in, Mediterranean kind of stuff. I don't need to use this anymore. Get a bigger spoon because my mint is done now, pretty much done. Put my vegetables in. Just mix it all from bottom to top. Like I said, I try not to keep this in way too long because I don't want to take the flavor out, and I like them, a bit chunky. And we're having this tonight, as I mentioned before, with tortillas. What do you want, Levi? Yeah. Don't make a noise there. The baby's sleeping, please. So there you go. Just be keeping an eye on that. So, oh sorry. The end product is basically this. Yeah. That's the end result. Pretty nice. I'm going to close it just so that it steams. The food can steam through. Put it on a lower heat because it's on a wok. So the tomatoes and stuff can steam through. It took me quite a while to be able to be one of those people who understood that I don't have to cook everything on a high heat. So I've done 15 minutes and 30 seconds so far. Plus there's 3 minutes and 40 seconds. So that's 15, 16, 17, 18. About 19 or 20 minutes and my food is ready. Obviously bar the waiting time that I had to, type in something for the, what you call this thing, the YouTube thing that I'm doing. So the title and stuff like that. So I could have put in chopped tomatoes, but I've decided not to because I really don't need them. My bowl and my plate is full as is, and that basically is it. So I'll be just checking my pot from time to time. I'll show you one more time what it looks like. It is on a low heat now, being stirred, kind of steaming through, and it should kind of steam through pretty quick because it's in a wok. Woks kind of tend to cook evenly through without me having to lose all my vegetables and stuff that I've put in there. I've done that now, so I think just lift this and have a bit of a chat-see. So I guess the reason I've done this, sorry, I'll get you maybe get into the light. I don't want the light to kind of, some people are sensitive to light, I am. So the reason I've done this is because I was watching, like I said, a couple of videos, and a lot of people were saying just things were, I found it quite disconcerting, because the things that I was hearing was, it's your fault that your tool is not working. Now, I did have the band, I still have the band, and it did work as far as restriction went, because I wasn't eating fuck all. I was eating nothing. And I know it sounds like it's the same old song, and I'm getting a bit fed up of having to actually mention it, but what annoyed me was that there are going to be people out there who are going to feel inadequate, because you're hearing these people who are exercising every single day, exercising daily, you know, just doing all this craziness, you know, I follow the rules and that's why I've lost weight and I do this and you do that, means that us who didn't do it or don't do it are failures. It doesn't work that way. I did initially use my band. When I went in for surgery, I weighed 106 kilos, which is about 200 and something pounds. And I did initially use that to lose the weight. Once I got to about 80 something kilos, the range I'm in now, at that point, that's when I started exercising. Obviously, you know, then my restriction was about 5 or 6 meals or something. So I'm just trying to keep the light out as much as I can. I don't even know how I was standing. Yeah, that's it. So my restriction was about 5 or 6. Like I said, my band can only go up to 7 cc's. So the thing is that I was living off soups, and it wasn't even tin of soups that I could have been living off, because sometimes it had to be, you know, a cup of soup, because if the band shut down, that was me screwed, and I couldn't even eat the bits in the cup of soup. I was literally just drinking flavored water. That's what soup is. So I was a bit, you know, I wasn't very happy. I was exercising like a mad person. I was in the gym for 2 to 4 hours a day. If I did 2 hours in the morning and I wasn't happy, I'd have to go back and do some more, and you know, I was just nuts. And yeah, I got down to 78 kilos. Then I felt pregnant with my baby, and I ended up having my fill removed. When I had my fill removed, overnight I dropped down another 3 kilos, which got me to 75 pounds, which is probably 170 something, 75 kilos, which is maybe 100 and something. Now the thing is, pounds, 70 something pounds, 170 something pounds. So the thing is this, because I didn't have anybody to help me, and I was not aware at the time of YouTube, and you know, there's not a lot of pregnant people who come on and say do this and this with the band. I found that a bit later, not a lot of them, but I found some, and it kind of wasn't really good for me, because you know, my deed was done. But I managed without a fail to gain not a lot of weight. So when I went into hospital, I only weighed about 102 kilos, which is about, I don't know, maybe 200 or just, yeah, about 200 and something pounds. Not high pounds, 200, maybe 1 or 2 pounds, whatever. And that was with baby inside me. Baby came out, I literally dropped down to 90, which is 90 kilos is maybe, I don't know, maybe 190 something. Oh, I don't know. I'm not converting all of this. Anyway, point is this. I had managed to get myself down to a good weight after the baby was born, and I told myself I wanted to do this, you know, lose the weight, use my fill, blah blah, and it hasn't worked, and my band hasn't been working for some time. I was delusional. I was saying to myself, you know, it's gonna work. I was blaming myself, and at one point I got a big fill because, you know, I shouldn't be eating, and I was trying to exercise, and I had a C-section, and I flatlined on the table. You know, well, I don't want to go through that, and I didn't want to go through that again. So I came to terms with the fact, because me dying on that C-section table, brought my own mortality to fruition, and it made me question a lot of things. And I didn't get surgery to 3 years down the line be in the same position I'm in. I didn't. I'm very healthy. I've just had delivered today my Pilates power gym. I'll be talking about that a bit later. This is more as to why, what was irritating me, kind of bothering me on YouTube. Just how people really put it out there, you're not making it work, and if you follow the rules and if you do it correctly, and I'm so happy, and you suck, and it was like, well, no, I don't suck, and this band doesn't work for everybody. And I've decided I'm going to be really gross, and I will be getting my band filled at some point, probably for my pre-op diet, about 3 weeks before the time. When I do eat, and I'm going to throw up, it's going to get stuck, I know this, then I'm going to do that. I'm going to tape it, because people need to see, the majority of people on here are lap banders, gastric bypass, then VSG, then maybe plication or duodenal or whatever, and then Weight Watchers and slimming, whatever. So my point is, there's a very big lap band community out there. I get we're here to support each other. I get we're here, to make each other feel good. But to be saying to people who have not had the journey you've had that it's their fault, who are you to judge? I'm not the only person that this is not working for. And there's a mummy out there who's feeling exactly the same way, or a young girl, and she's hurting. And that's why I did the cooking today, because I cook like this every day, all the time. I make things without oil, and it tastes bloody good. And yeah, I have a lot more spices and a lot more things because I have more money then. At the moment, I don't. That's my reality for now. It's not always going to be that way. I'm having to do a lot of things and manage a family. So, does it mean I eat crap? No, it doesn't. Does it mean I shouldn't be losing weight? No, it doesn't. Am I the reason that my tool is not working? No, it isn't. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, and my tool is still not working. So, every time in my life, I'm always going to blame me. I'm always going to put myself down. It's always going to be, if you had done this, and if you had done this, then, I'll give it a couple of more minutes. I'll put it on a really low heat. I'm on 30 minutes here. I'm going to try and wrap it up. I might have to make a free, crazy meat. That's how I do. But anyway, we don't all have one child or no children and fly around everywhere, drive around everywhere, have time on our hands to do absolutely fuck all. Yeah, some of us have lives, and things impact. Shit happens. Someone said something I was watching, and I thought it could not have been said better. You having the surgery doesn't change anything around you. Yes, you may change, but it doesn't. If you have a shit situation, or you're struggling, or you're going through a hard time, do you know what? It's not going to change. Maybe how you handle it, yeah. But there are people out there. I'm not saying that people who have VSG and gastric bypass don't throw up. They don't have difficulties, that, it doesn't always work out, because they could have that same story. I know of one of my girls that I watch. She was a bit frustrated because she feels she's a slow loser, and she's got the VSG, but she's still losing. I've done this for 3 years. It's not that I haven't done it. I will show you what my front gym looks like. Is that I tidy, and I do use a lot of the things. I've got my Pilates power gym, I have my cross trainer, I have my spin bike, I have the 10-minute trainer, I have P90X, I have Insanity. I have all these things, and I do use them. I got my Pilates power gym today. Talk about that a bit later. By the way, I think in the States you can get it on HSN. I'm paying it off, so hey. But anyway, I just wanted to show any of the moms out there who are post-op, pre-op or post-op, whichever, or revision surgery like myself. You can cook. without oil and simple dishes, and it can taste great. Just, you know, flavor your things differently. I'm on 15 minutes. I reckon it's going to cut me off. So I'll talk about this again a bit later, but for now, one love, peace out. And you know what, pretty ladies out there, banded or not banded, revision or not revision, bypass or not bypass, carry on doing what you're doing, and you are good enough. You're good enough every day. You're never not good enough. So, you know, one love.